Hey YouTube, MrRampro here, and we've got another knife review, so we'll go ahead and get started. This is a Byrd knife. This is the China line for Spyderco. So they got quite a few good knives out of this category, and I'm really starting to like them a lot. I'm getting more into my Spyderco knives and collecting and stuff like that, and we'll have a bunch of videos coming out soon, and this will kick those off. But this Byrd line, extremely affordable. And you're really getting top quality here. I was kind of hesitant on China-made knives for quite a while, and didn't really like them. I know I have some, but didn't really care for them too much. And with this product line, I'm really starting to see the quality come through and stuff like that. You're getting a lot more attention to detail, and with grind angles and opening lockup mechanisms, all that kind of stuff. So you're really starting to get better products, and that, that obviously comes from the companies pushing their products in China and pushing for that quality control. So that's pretty cool, especially when it comes down to the affordable level for, just the average guy that's looking to collect a couple of knives, have good EDC blades and stuff like that. This here is the Cara Cara Rescue, and it's got the rounded sheep's foot blade. This is normally the packaging that you would get it from. There might be some blister packs or something like that out there running around a little different, but it's got the prehistoric Byrd little theme going on in the back, and I think I've showed you this in other videos. Really alright box. I mean, who really cares, honestly, so we'll skip on to that. But down to the knife here, you've got the 8CR 13 MOV steel, and that's the same as all the other Byrd knives. And really, so far, I've been fairly impressed with it. It sharpens fairly easily, and I've got quite a few knives with that blade steel, and I'm really starting to like it a lot. It keeps it like a really fine edge, and I think on the quality side, it's a little better than what you're seeing sometimes, out there with the China-made knives and other companies and stuff. So this is really pretty good stuff. Hadn't had too many problems with it, sharpening and stuff like that. My experience isn't in depth. I don't have a ton of it, but what I do have, it's been good so far, so that's good. Got quite a few fingerprints there, but this here I ADC'd a couple of times this week, and really liked it. Started kind of just now really starting to carry it and everything like that. It was more just I got it, I wanted it, never really used it, and I started tapping into a different method of EDC and blades, and I'll share that with you guys a little later on in another video. But it really makes, carrying different knives easier, and all it is really a rotation pattern. You pick a couple of knives that you like, and then, set them up, or you can put a bunch of them in a box, and then every morning you go to that box, you pick the blades that you want. So, I don't know, just something I'm trying to do, different on my EDC schedule and stuff like that. Just try to make it a little, funner throughout the day and stuff like that for myself. Here's the original. You can still see you have the same opening hole there, and a lockup. Extremely solid, comparable to the Cara Cara, the regular version with the half serrated blade. It's the same. You have adjustable pivot screw, which is really nice, and I have used it. When you first get it, this one's a little stiff itself, and actually the lock side's a little stiff compared to the other one, where it's just nice and smooth, breaks in. So it'll probably take a little bit of time to kind of get it broken into and stuff like that, but opens really good. I'm trying not to do this and whack the tripod, so bear with me on that. But it comes this way right here, and it's the same. The Cara Cara came with the tip-up carry for right hand, and I really like that carry, especially with this bigger blade, and it's working out pretty good with the opening options and stuff like that. You have a couple of different preferences when it comes to, like this here, assisted opening blades, especially with the little flipper deal. I prefer it, with a tip down. So with this here on the Cara Cara, I'm really digging that anyways. But you do have 4-point changeability there. You have a nice big lanyard hole, which is cool. And somebody had mentioned on one of the forums that they were looking forward to getting there as they couldn't wait to take it on a rafting trip. And that kind of enlightened me to another aspect of carrying a knife too, with the changing of the knife depending on the task. So that's kind of cool. Normally I do that when I go downtown or something like that, out and about. I might carry a larger blade, maybe for self-defense purposes or something like that. But for a task like if I'm going rafting, if I'm going fishing, you know, and changing my knife like that. I haven't really thought of that aspect for a while, you know, and that's pretty cool. You can change that with your pistols, you can change it with your knives and stuff like that. And I got so into the EDC system and so into the setup that I had to have the same setup every day that I kind of lost sight of the functionality of the blade itself, blade shapes and stuff like that. So that's something, especially with this product line here, that you can take back with yourself. I mean, you got tons of different sizes and all that kind of thing, so you can kind of afford to change up your EDC a little bit, which is really pretty cool. So let's get back and finish up on this blade here. You do have a really nice grinding. I'm really impressed as far as the marks and everything on the inside and their lack of, which is really cool. Normally, and even on some Spydercos that I have, the inside of this spider hole is kind of jagged and not really finished well. And I love the knife. EDC'd that blade today. That was the Endura 4. And the inside of this here is just so much smoother, and I don't know if maybe that's just, it's got to be just the tolerances and stuff like that that they're putting through now, but that's really pretty nice. I do still have a problem, which they have addressed on the Cara Cara 2, which I'll have a video on soon. They have addressed the opening hole on the new model, so if you hadn't seen that, you know, you can Google. I think there's a couple of videos out there on YouTube and stuff like that, but check it out. The opening hole has changed slightly, and which makes it a little better. The handles changed a little bit. I do like they got rid of these little breathing hole, whatever this crap is, and they kind of made it look more like your traditional Spyderco knife, which is good because you want it on a budget, but you also want to say, hey, you know, I care about my knife, you know, I like Spydercos or whatever, you know, so it kind of ties it back to the mother company, which is pretty cool. But as far as everything else, no rust spots, of course, got it brand new in the package and everything like that. The tip, you're not really going to have any, so this would be more of a task-oriented, you know, blade, in my opinion. I will try to EDC this and get you guys an update on the blade shape and all that kind of stuff. But I did notice when I was cutting some plastic with it, opening another package actually, the tip here, down here at the very bottom on your grind, still works and is just as sharp as the tip here. I know it might not seem that way, but you still have a cutting point, which is really good for opening boxes and doing that kind of stuff, which is nice to have on a blade. You know, the tip on my EDC knives, I like having a tip. I like being able to do fine work and stuff like that. I don't really like the rounded noses and the drop points and all that kind of stuff. So this here really seems to work out fairly well as far as a setup in a knife in itself. Now when you do have a closed knife, you're going to see here instantly it's a lot fatter than the original, but still ever thin, which is excellent. You still have the same blade thickness, you're just a little bit fatter, and I'll let you see that at that angle there. You do have the Spyderco, I forgot the name of it, it's Boy, I think, maybe. Little boy dent on the back of your lockback to help you find it, to keep you from inadvertently unlocking the blade during a tight grip, which I've never had an issue with, but I guess the position of it, maybe hitting the meat of your hand somehow, probably more like that, inadvertently unlocking it. But if you're holding it that way, it's probably not going to flex back on you anyways. But it's a cool design, I like it, helps you find it and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get weights on these here, and we've got the scale. Let's original Cara Cara coming in at 3.75 ounces, and Cara Cara Rescue, where are we at? Oh wow, 3.5. I was not expecting that at all. I don't know if maybe there's some extra skeletonizing going on in there possibly, but we'll go ahead and get another weight just to double check. Maybe the scale was playing tricks on us. Alright, 3.5 ounces and 3.75. So you see it. It's actually a little lighter and you're getting a broader blade. Now chances are you're not as fat towards the tail end, so you know, you're pretty much taking metal from here to put it here kind of thing. So realistically, you're probably Well, obviously with the scale, using a little less. So that's pretty cool. You know, your handle scales, your FRN is exactly the same. Get that off here. And overall, everything is the same. You still say Byrd, Cara Cara. You don't have any rescue insignia or anything like that, and that's good. I mean, that's keeping it as cheap as you can. You do have a little bit of jimping built into the FRN here at the butt, which is unlike your Spydercos, because your Spydercos are smooth. Some of them. Of course, there's plenty of models out there, so I'll probably be talked to about that. You do have okay jimping on the back, and not so good actually on the rescue. It doesn't seem to be near as good, probably because of the steeper angle. You can see that there. You're carrying quite a bit steeper angle there. So, which probably helps in itself. But overall, a really good product line. I'm happy with it, and I can't wait to start EDCing it, give you guys a couple update videos, and we'll have more videos coming. Here is a size comparison. You saw the regular Cara Cara. Here's the Sogzilla, the large. And obviously, Cara Cara, you know the size. We'll go ahead and give you Endura 4. And for someone that just might not know, there's a leak, Kershaw leak. And you're coming in just about the same. Weight comparison real quick while we're still here. We'll go ahead and give you a Endura weight. And 3.35. So that's going to be your best. Obviously a little bit more quality, but a little bit more money. So I better get something for it, right? Very nice blade. We're going to go ahead and check that out. Let you guys know if anything changes. I appreciate you guys watching.